Sir.
Boom.
Right, newsflash, all that. Did you hear the great Adrian, the Woj Bombs and all that, has officially dropped the bomb on everybody and said, I am done. He said deuces to ESPN, said, I'm going back to school. Not to study, of course, but I'm going back to school. Is that something that caught you off guard? Caught you by surprise?
When I saw that Woj Bomb today, at first, I did what everybody does. When you see a Woj Bomb, you got to go back and verify that it wasn't from a fake account,
That's
right? So, like, yeah. I'm like, wait a minute.
Right.
And you can't just look at the blue check mark anymore. You got to, like, really go and investigate.
That's for sale nowadays.
That's for sale. Yeah, of course. So,
I'm selling blue
I had to go investigate, make sure that it was true. I couldn't believe it. I was like, Woj is retired? Like, he's top two. It's like LeBron and Jordan, right? Like, he's top two in his field.
Right.
Like, why would he retire now? But it definitely makes sense. You read his letter. Yeah, I mean, you get to go out on your own accord, right? You don't have to wait for some company corporate downsizing or drama happening at a conglomerate such as ESPN. Mm-hmm. And you get to call your returns. Plus, he's going back to his alma mater, St. Bonaventure, to run their men's basketball program. So, big ups to him, right? Like, selfishly, as fans, we're going to miss it, right? Because we're going to miss Woj Bomb.
This might be his last bomb, though, right? Was that his last bomb?
I think he squeezed another one in there from what I saw, like, of Isaac Okoro signing a new contract with the Cavs.
Oh, did he? Okay.
I think he snuck a last Woj Bomb in there. But definitely, one of the last. And yeah, I mean, I think selfishly as fans, like, we're going to miss that aspect of it. But I think for somebody who's been so prominent in the industry, like, you get to that stature, you have the right to, like, go do what makes you happy, right? And if this is going to make him happy, and that's the path that he wants to, and like, who are we to be upset about it?
Of course.
Nah, I've always had nothing but respect for him. I think it's somewhat not surprising because of this whole old media versus new media thing. He's definitely more of the traditional media, though he carved his own niche as social media became a thing, right? Like, he created something new that was never done before. So I had a lot of respect for Woj.
Right. No, absolutely, man. I think with any person, right? Whatever field you're in, whatever profession you're in, you choose to go do something else that's going to be more fulfilling for you at that stage of your life. Power to you, right? We all change jobs for whatever reasons. This man's just changing his job like the rest of us. His job is a little bit more prominent as far as the public face, but it's at the end of the day, he's still just changing a job like everybody else who changes a job. That's all. So power to you, man. All the best. Good luck is what I got to say about that. We're going to miss the bombs, though. But the question that begs is, who is worthy to step into that role or take that mantle or the torch passing or whatever you want to call it? Who's going to step in and take over as the next official, whatever, something bomb or some type of name, superlative or whatever it is?
I mean, I think it's just human nature that everybody's first instinct is go to one place.
Correct.
Which is
Shams.
His competition for the last, probably 8 years, decade, whatever it's been. Natural to go there. But honestly, like, I kind of like Shams outside of the ESPN conglomerate, right? So I think the other target that I've heard they're looking at is Chris Haynes. And I mean, he'll be a good target. So yeah, I would be interested to see. I think he'd be really good because he's a very informative insider, bring a little youth to it as well. I mean, he's really, really good at his job, bro. Like, I mean,
I'm a huge fan of Chris Haynes.
Yeah, especially, and he's got a lot of respect for the players.
And that's the thing. A lot of players respect him. He's a very responsible journalist or sports writer, and he has the ears and the connections with those your favorite players. Right. They all love him. So, I'm a huge fan. I've been listening to him for years now. I haven't heard Shams a whole lot in that space per se, other than he just announces these big things that are happening. The Shams bomb, I guess, or whatever you want to call it. But Chris Haynes is, I feel like, for me, a very more informative, like, journalist / sports writer / one of those type of interviews. He had his podcast for a little while, and he was getting some prominent basketball players on there. I really liked his style of conducting that interview and extracting information, and then really, really managing it very responsibly.
I mean, I don't think Shams needs ESPN, right? Like, Shams has already built up his brand. So unless they're backing up a Brinks truck, like, I don't think Shams really needs, not to say Chris Haynes does either. Like, I mean, dude has a good stop, but I'm just saying, like, it's been a 1 and 2 for the past however long, right? It's been Shams and Woj. And so, like, does he really need to go to ESPN to fill in that? Like, if that were me, like, no, I've already made my lane. Why do I need to go step into his lane? You know what I mean?
You know, at that stage, what I would say is, make me an offer I can't refuse, right?
Most def.
So that's how I look at it.
No, that's interesting. So let me ask you this real quick. In your sports commentator, analyst, Hall of Fame, like if you're Mount Rushmore, if you were going to put like, or insider Mount Rushmore, who would you put on there? Because I know I got Woj and Shams on mine.
Oh,
would they be on your?
So this is a very like touchy topic for me because it's that you mentioned it, right? Old media and new media. I'm going new, right? Because I'm all about the players having the inside knowledge, tapping into other players. And as a player, I'm more comfortable talking to my companion or my colleague who once was a colleague, right? Locker room talk and all that. I can't have that conversation with old media. I can't. They just won't get it. They haven't put their body through what I put it through for years and years and whatever, right? In my line of work. In their line of work, respect, for sure. So, like, my Mount Rushmore is a little different than the average status quo Rushmore in that aspect. So I don't put those guys in my... I'm a new media guy. Yeah. Controversial take, I know, not opinion. not popular opinion.
So I got 2 basketball, 2 football, right? I got Woj, Shams, and then in football, it's the OG, Adam Schefter, right? Shefty was just a monster coming up until he became prominent and as the go-to NFL insider.
Right.
And like more recently, who I've liked over the past few years is Daniel Jeremiah from NFL Network. So I would say now, unless somebody surpasses him, I mean, I think the first 3 are set. I think they're solid. But that's who I put up there in my range.
You know, I'm surprised that you didn't say one name on that.
Who?
Unk.
But he's not an insider. I'm talking purely insiders.
Okay, got it. I mean,
they're media journalists, right?
As a primary profession. Got it. Okay.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I'm not like the Ryan Clarks or the Unks or even Stephen A. Like, he was a journalist, but he's an analyst now.
Okay. That's fair.
Yeah. All right. But no, we're definitely gonna miss Woj. You know, I would just say good luck in all your future endeavors. Hope you enjoy everything you do. You've earned it. Congrats on your retirement, I guess. Even though he's still working.
Second career.
Congrats on your second career from Think RBA. Till next time.
Yes, sir.
Peace.